Welcome, you absolute legends. I am Former Phrase, I am Pete, I am back, and today I got asked for a full review of a very classic fragrance from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. They've done a re-release of this in 2012, so if anyone knows what I'm talking about, they're talking about this one. Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Now this is the 1994 edition. This is a screw one. I couldn't get an atomizer one, so I have to use this one, which is fine. The cap's not great, I'll be honest with you, and doesn't want to stay on. That's it. So this one is an absolute gem. Now instead of just saying a full review of this one, I'm going to compare it to the new 2012 version, which I absolutely love, and I think this is a really good alternative. So see them side by side on what the note breakdown is and see which one is worth getting. The vintage is more complex, I'll be honest with you, but the new one has actually still got most of the essences of this in the new one. So the top of this, it's got lavender, lemon, clary sage, orange, and neroli. So again, really zesty, feisty start to this one. It's got a lot of nuances in there. Then it goes to the mid, and this is where it goes very floral and heavy. Got like geranium, jasmine, rose, violet, coriander, pepper, and some cinnamon. Again, very much better than the 90s, where they used a lot of different notes in the middle and the bass. They, rather than what we have now is we have 3 notes, whereas back in the day they were just using everything. They would just pack it in there and it just seems to be working. But then we hit the bass, and this is where most people know this from. And the bass has got the tobacco in, which is most people put this as a good tobacco fragrance. It really is. It's an amazing tobacco fragrance. Then you got tonka, some sandalwood, and you've also got some iris, some musk, cedar, and some amber. And this one really does light up a room. It's an amazing fragrance. But this one is getting very hard to find. And to be honest with you, is it worth it? Possibly not. I mean, unless you really wanted to collect them, then you'd get it. But generally speaking, to find it for a good price, you're looking at least 100 plus quid minimum, if not more. So, is it worth getting it? Possibly not. This one, on the other hand, came out in 2012. Easy to get hold of. It's around about 40 to 50 quid, depending on where you get it from, again. But this one, it's got very similar vibes to it. So, in the top, you've got some citrus and bergamot, neroli, and mandarin orange. So again, you've kind of got the same essence of what the top was, but the clary sage is not there, but not yet anyway. So you go in the mid, you've got the lavender, which again, they've kind of mixed it in a little bit differently, which is fine, I've got no problem with that. The clary sage, and then some pepper as well. So again, we've got a similar vibe. It's not quite the same, and there's not as many florals. So they've kind of taken out the floral essence of it and just stripped it a little bit back and made it probably a bit more modern, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Then the base, you've got some tobacco, some tonka, and some cedar. So it's a little less woody in the base. Performance wise, I get to about 7 to 8 hours on my skin, which I think for a designer fragrance is decent, and it's probably the most underrated gem in the whole of Dolce & Gabbana. The other one, this one lasts about 9 to 10 hours on my skin, but I only brought this out for a very special occasion. I've only worn this twice since I bought the bottle, so this one is probably more practical to wear now. It's more modern. This one is very much a special occasion fragrance for me. So if you're gonna get one, I would suggest this one. It is gonna be not quite the same, but you can get it easier. It's very versatile. It'll work in pretty much every season, and you can dress it up, you can dress it down. Rather than trying to find a bottle like this, which is gonna, like I say, cost you an arm and a leg, go with this one. It is a really good scent. It's only barely been stripped out of what it should be in. So there you go, the Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. I would go this, if you can want to buy it, but I would suggest go with the new version of 2012. Right, so there you have it, Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, the 2 iterations. Like I say, I do think the newer version is going to be more easy to find. It's not going to be a pain to look for. It is very much available everywhere. You can find discounts, like I say, 40 to 50 quid. It is an absolute steal, and I still think it's one of the best tobacco fragrances. If you really want the old version, you're gonna have to pony up a lot of money. Is it really worth it? It's up to you. As always, my scent of the day, and I went with a very simple but sweet fragrance. This Molinard Vinyl, and it's an absolute stunning. It's a vanilla fragrance. That's all it was, and I love this because it's so easy to wear. Absolutely amazing. So as always, let me know what your scent of the day is. If you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm also on Instagram with my fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.